You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter. I slice through the turf like warm butter, planting dreams in the grass, one putt under. You're friendly, unabashed cup cutter.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me, your friendly abashed cup cutter. If you're new to the podcast, there are a few things I like to do. One, I like to have a weekly episode with my guys where we talk about golf. Two, I like to give insights on greenskeepers because, as you guys know, this is your friendly and abashed cup cutter. I cut cups for a living. The third thing that I like to do is travel all over Tampa Bay and beyond and have conversations. I have conversations with club fitters, cart girls, superintendents, greenskeepers, you name it. But how about a golf travel agency? So I'm here right now with Sean Winton, sir. Thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Good to meet you, Davey.
So you're part of Golf Inspired.
Yes.
So we talked a little bit beforehand and everything. Like I said, this is just a conversation. So shout out to, was it Angel that connected us?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I was actually wondering.
Yeah. So
how you doing, brother? In a while.
So how do you know Angel?
He was the neighbor of my fiance.
Oh, no shit.
Yes. So I met him when he lived in the same complex as my fiance did. So,
oh no.
So yeah. So over the years, I got to know him and his wife and his kids.
Good shit. Angel's a great guy.
He's all right, that guy. He's all right.
And he's got, what year is his buck? He's got a 73 or 74. He's got that green one.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I had it in the garage the whole time that we were hanging. So
oh, no shit. Small world.
I know he moved out and they got their own home, I think.
Yeah, they're up somewhere in Orlando Lakes or something like that, whatever
good,
like that.
He's a good lad, yeah.
But yeah, when he hit me up about you and everything like that, that's how fucking connected.
I'll need to say hello to him.
And I'm sure you're like, what the hell is this guy messaging me about some podcast?
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So I appreciate you trusting me and having a conversation in a 71 Volkswagen.
Well, it's an opportunity for us to be able to tell our story.
Exactly.
And that's what's key. We're storytellers and we
100%.
travel around it, so it's good.
And like we talked a little bit about offline, and folks that know here on the podcast is like, eventually we'd love to travel to the United States, and I would fly the guys out, have a conversation with the staff there, do an episode. But then I've always said to the guys, imagine one day we get to travel the world.
Yeah.
And then when, in a way, you fell into, just as we're starting the podcast, I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. So before we get into Golf Inspired and before we get into what you guys, or what you do, we need to learn about Sean Winton, because sir, that is not a Southern accent.
No, it's not.
So Sean Winton, where are you from?
Southwestern accent of Scotland. Yeah. I was born and raised in the west coast of Scotland. Everybody knows Turnberry. Turnberry now is, it's one of the best golf complexes in the globe, in my opinion. So grew up there. You've got a British Open golf course there, Royal Troon. Turnberry it's still kind of an open venue. It's on the rota. Politics got in the way a little bit because of Mr. Trump, but you cannot argue with what he does in hospitality, especially in golf. He loves golf, and his eye for detail in golf is phenomenal. And the product at Turnberry in the Ailsa course, second to none. Really? In my opinion, it's probably top 3, if not top 1 in the British Isles, and that includes Royal County Down, which I've played a couple of times over my career. But the changes that have been done to Turnberry are amazing. So, that's where I grew up.
Okay.
And I left there at 15, went to the States. Family had my dad's sister lived in New Hampshire, so she sponsored us a little chain migration back in the day, and I landed in the States in 1982. Seems like forever ago, but also seems like yesterday as well. So, but the cool thing about my story is that my aunt saw, like, we grew up in a poor village and didn't have anything, but we didn't know any different. It was great. It was a great place to grow up. But we came to the States for a better opportunity at life and career. And ironically, I had one corporate job that didn't work out, and then I ended up starting a company that takes Americans back to Scotland. So it's the classic immigrant story of full circle. So, and I get paid to go back to Scotland. So it's, and then beyond, as you'll hear more as we tell the story.
Of course. Perfect. So, that's amazing. So we're in New Hampshire.
So southern New Hampshire. So it was actually Wyndham, New Hampshire.
I know where that is.
You do know it.
My wife and I are from Brunswick, Maine.
Okay.
I was stationed at New Boston, north of Nashua.
Yeah.
So I know that area very well.
Yeah. So
no shit.
Within 2 weeks, I had a dodgy accent and an earring at 15 years old. And I was in a high school that was 4 times the size of my village population. So it was Yeah, it was quite the introduction
No
to
sh-
America.
what a
but
small
that was
world.
Derry, New Hampshire. So right up.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Again, another small
Yeah,
world.
that
I mean, we
really
knew
is.
somebody, and the fact that when you said New Hampshire,
Yeah.
like, no shit. Yeah, I did enjoy my time up in New England and everything. I was even actually also stationed up in right outside of Boston.
Yeah.
I was stationed at Hanscom there for a bit.
yeah.
So the fact that when we got stationed there, I was like, great. Because my in-laws, a little bit about myself. I don't know what to talk about you, but
No,
a
that's
little
all
bit about myself. My family lived 5 minutes from my wife's family.
Okay.
So we all went to the same high school and shit
all
like
right,
that.
yeah.
So I started dating my wife my sophomore year when she was graduating. But long story short, like Maine and New England's great.
Yeah.
I like to visit it, but this beach, sand.
Yeah, this
No,
is
man.
paradise.
Yeah, right.
So I went from the west coast of Scotland, where it's freezing,
Rain
to the
on-
west coast of Florida, where ultimately this will probably be my final spot for the rest of my life.
All right.
But I'm blessed.
Oh, 100%,
I'm blessed to
man.
where I live. So it's
So,
great.
so when did you get into golf? Did you get into golfing when you were in high school, back in Scotland?
Yeah, in Scotland. I mean, so we grew up in a village called Maidens. And Maidens, as I said, is like 500 people that live there. But we're blessed with the playground that I call where we grew up. We had 1 mile to the north, we had a castle, grounds, and it was the National Trust of Scotland, like a national park in the States version in Scotland. So a 17th century castle,
Wow.
1 mile to the north. 1 mile to the south is world-class championship golf course, Turnberry Golf Course. So,
Oh, you live
so
right
I
there.
always joke that we jumped the fence. Speed golf was invented at the Ailsa course. Nobody coming, let's go. And we grew up around that. And the hotel is majestic. So all the movie stars and the best players, and the first Open Championship was there in 1977 with a Jewel in the Sun, which was the famous battle between Jack Nicklaus and Tom Watson. And Tom Watson edged him out on 18. And you think there was only 2 players playing that day, but third place was 11 shots back. Hubert Green was third. Nobody really knows. That's good trivia. So golf was kind of always there, and my dad loved the game. Was a bit of a dodgy player when you play with my dad, but he taught me how to play golf. And we would play we'd find old golf clubs, and we obviously found our golf balls on the golf course at Turnberry, because every time you walk, you're in the rough and then you find it.
Yeah.
So we always get golf balls. But that was my introduction to the game. But it's so weird when you think about the full circle of you go to the States and then you end up trying corporate jobs. I never went to college. I couldn't get a job. I eventually got a job, got fired from it by my best friend. That's another story, but which is pretty cool in my journey. But I was always the guy that I've always been entrepreneurial, but I was what you call that guy, that person that puts trips together. I believe there's 1 in 8 people in your social sphere that is the planner, the organizer, the control freak. That was me. So I realized that, all right, I was good at that. I missed Scotland because I was probably 10, 15 years away from it. And I'm like, you just didn't know. I was in that stage of late 20s of where's my life going, or whatever it is. And then I was, and I love golf. So I'm like, I started researching, because we didn't have the internet back in the early days in the late 90s. So I just, I studied what was out there, and I said, I can do this. So I created a company called Fairways to Heaven Golf, which I started in 1996 in Long Island, because I had moved to New York, and then I ended up in everybody loves this
I know,
band,
I know,
by the way.
right?
I love this band, I don't blame them. Ended up in New York City through a relationship, and I got my first huge break, which has basically set my career off in the right direction.
Wow.
So it's kind of a cool story.
That is amazing. The fact that you, Scotland, moved to the States because of the parents, tried the corporate, didn't work out. I miss home. Wait a minute, I'm a control freak. I like to plan trips. I like to get everybody together, make sure everyone's squared away. All it is just having a planner, coordinate everything out, make sure in a way.
Yeah.
Because I've done a few of them for the golf trips with the guys.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys, who's available? All right, guys, we need the money. Okay, guys, we've done it. You know what I'm saying? So I know exactly what you mean.
I do.
And this is our first year we didn't do a golf trip, and we kind of just stayed a little local.
Right.
But still, it's a lot of coordinating when you have families, kids, whatever. So, but you do it at a little bit bigger scale.
Yeah, we're global.
Global.
Yeah. So
I can't wait to I don't want to get into it yet.
Yeah,
I don't want to
no,
get into it
we're
yet because
global.
I have a lot of questions.
yeah, no, fire away.
And even though I know this is just a conversation, but I don't care if only one person watches this. This is for me. It's for you and I, brother. Let's have a conversation and just talk. So you've just been basically travel agent this whole time.
Yeah, so we're considered, we're not travel agent, we're considered more of a golf travel
Concierge.
specialist.
Okay.
Or a tour operator, we'd fall under that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's in the same, to help understand it. The layman, we're a travel agent for golfers.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, but
gotcha.
It's understanding the game of golf.
Gotcha. So I want to get into something I like to do in the Volkswagen. I like to have a quickie.
Okay. All right.
Your fuck quickie, 5 quick questions.
Right.
All right. So again, this is your friendly bash cup cutter. It's all golf related.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Yes. Fire away.
How many practice swings?
That's probably 2.
Your favorite shot or club?
Oh God. Probably my 50 degree, which is the 100 in.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. Music or no music?
Music.
When you're putting, do you thoroughly dissect the green or you just get up and quick look and hit it?
Probably in the middle. It just depends on how it feels on the putter that day.
Oh, I like it. I like it. And I know you do more of it on the other side of the pond, but driver or passenger?
Well, you're walking.
That's what I'm getting at.
You're walking. Yeah. You're
But if
walking.
you were to be in a cart, driver or passenger?
Well, depends on what's going on, because sometimes this is my mobile office, so
Roger that.
I'll defer if to passenger side.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't mind driving. It doesn't really fuss me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't fuss me.
So that's a quick quickie.
Yeah, I'm
right?
easy going. Yeah, that's
It's
cool. I
easy,
like
yeah,
that.
that. As long as
Yeah.
it's quick and easy, I don't like to.
Yeah.
I don't like to last a little too long.
Yes.
It's a lot of. It's a fun name. I
Yeah,
mean, it
it's
really
great.
was just trying to think of something, whatever, and it just flows right.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Can
Oh
I ask
shit!
you for what you do?
brother, we're just
Yeah, no, because
just have conversations.
I was thinking about this. I'm going. I've been lucky enough to golf all over the globe, right? So.
Oh shit!
But there's superintendents in every golf course, and somebody, depending on the night before, what sort of mood they're in, where they're going to put the cup the next day. Do you get to choose where the cup goes, or are you?
So this, I
cut
love
them,
this question.
You cut them.
So
but,
I have cut on a low estimate about 25,000 cups.
right.
I'm very blessed at where I've been at. I have always chose where it goes.
Right.
Now, of course, on a golf course, you got 3 zones or 9,
Right.
front, middle, back, left, and right.
Okay.
And so what's great, like KK, we talked about earlier
yeah.
over at Temple Palms, huge supporter of
Shout out
me.
KK.
He's amazing. He backs me up.
Yeah.
Some people will bitch about it. We've had members, kid you not, we've had members. I had 2 in one day last week.
Right.
Dave, man, you need to go back you need to learn how to do your job. An hour later, Dave, those were the easiest pins ever.
Right.
Who am I going to please?
Yeah. No, you
And
can't
so-
make everybody happy.
Literally, KK just said it to me yesterday as he's driving by. Dave, the cups were perfect. So, no, so yeah, I think that's where Luz has done a lot of golf courses that the greenskeeper, specifically the cup cutter, doesn't play golf.
Yeah.
They're not looking for previous ball marks, divots.
Yeah.
They're not looking for previous cups, weeds, any of that type of shit. So as a golfer, so that's why I'm very blessed. Like I have full reign.
Right.
Now there are some times when we have a golf tournament, KK
Right.
does do pre-positioned
Sure.
for the ball. You know what I'm saying, for that.
Right.
But for 99% of the time at Temple Palms, that's me.
But the fact that you've got, autonomy to put the cups where you want. Come on, mate. There's got to be some nights that you go.
There's a
Let's
joke.
mess with the members.
There's a joke. The members know.
We'll go, what the hell is that?
Nope, it's not about sex, because I can have sex anytime I want with my wife. Is David golfing that day?
Okay.
So if
funny.
David's golfing that day, David's golfing, the pins are much easier.
Right.
Because a lot of time I bring up friends and people and
Right,
everything
yeah.
like that, and you've played Temple Palms.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
There's
Love it. It's a
oh
great
my
course,
God,
yeah.
yeah. It's funny, ever since I started the podcast, I don't get to golf as much as I want to.
Right.
I do golf twice a week.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very blessed. Okay.
Yeah.
That is, but I'm saying is there's scheduled times when,
Yeah.
all right, guys, who's available? I'm having a guest out there, like I'll bring you out, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so I have more scheduled time, but we just played it yesterday and I haven't played there in 2 months. And
months.
I worked there.
Yeah.
I fucking worked there.
It's great.
Oh, it's so
Yeah, it's great.
And
It's
so,
in great condition as well.
yeah, oh, it really is.
It's
We're
a-
rolling about a 10, 11 right now. We just top
Not
dressed,
bad.
but it's
Not bad.
But yeah, so yeah, I do get to choose where they're at. I'm looking for just like anything else. If it's a front pin today, tomorrow it'll be middle right.
Yeah.
So not much traffic is over here.
Yeah.
And then again, I'm looking for ball marks. I'm looking for any of that type of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get to choose.
So it's good, but for those watching, there's always a bit of evil in these guys, so don't listen to that. It's a very very conservative answer and fair.
Yeah.
But there's probably some times he's going, yeah, I'm getting up today.
I'm not going to say any names of members.
Right.
I'm not going to
No,
say any
don't
members'
incriminate
names. or
yourself.
anything.
Don't incriminate
But-
yourself.
Motherfucker, I'm putting that pin on hole number 5 in the back right behind the bunker. On the ridge.
Yeah.
Because people don't realize there is no illegal pin.
Correct.
Per the rules, and even in the superintendent's guidance through the GCAA, there is no rule.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of some of that social media you see out there. Some guys will put, "Oh, I'm so pissed off. I'm gonna put it right on the green in the fringe."
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
no,
that's for clicks.
I've never seen that.
But that's for that's for clicks, for publicity, all that shit. But for myself, pin length from the edge, within reason,
Right.
you know, and I have too much fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you should.
Oh, I fucking love it.
As you should.
Sean,
Yeah.
the fact that I've got, I think, 15 or 30 pictures of cups I've cut. They're like, that's beautiful. Just because like a sexy car. You know, you take a picture of a sexy car. I'm obsessed with cup cutting. I think the fact that, in a way, in a control freak, in a way, I get to dictate how your golf game goes.
Absolutely, that day.
That's the fucking best.
And it creates conversations in the 19th hole.
That's why I said, what? We're having one now. So, I do.
Yeah.
This is your friendly unabashed cup cutter. I'm not a complete dick. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, I believe him.
Yeah, awesome. Actually, just on a personal note, too, then, is like, you ever heard of the Golf Badgers? They're a podcast out there in Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of curious. A bunch of greenskeepers guys.
Yeah.
They've been out there at the Open and they cut cups, and I met up some guys there at the GCA.
Okay.
They said, "Who is this fucking guy talking loud? Wait, he does what?" And then they gave me a shout out on their podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
And then I got a lot of more followers and listeners from that side of the pond.
That's how it works. Yeah.
Golf.
Yeah, golf.
Right. Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the best network in the world.
right.
I'm not gonna. It is. It truly is.
So what are some of the people, not necessarily talking about golf inspired, some,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say influential people, but impact that you've met over the years doing what you've done?
There's a guy by the name of Charlie Brady who started Invesco. I
Oh,
traveled with
Invesco? Oh, no shit.
Invesco out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So he was in his 80s and he was at the Open in 2010.
Meet him.
So on the Saturday of the Open at St Andrews, we had hospitality in Rusacks, which overlooks 18, which is very blessed to have gotten that. But that was a cool spot. But he was in there with his partner, and but there was a wind warning delay, so they stopped play. That Open finished on Monday. The fourth round was on Monday, but on Saturday, I sat and just picked his brain, which is basically how I got into, like, an entrepreneur is always sponging for information, but I sat and heard his story and how he made it. And I remember him telling me that he crushed a deal in New Hampshire, his first $1 million deal that he did, and it was in New Hampshire of all places. And just to see where he was probably towards the end of his life, in the latter stages of his life, being in the mid 80s, just to see it kind of how we at a younger age are trying to make our mark. It's very cool to hear the stories of him telling it and sharing that stories, because it's massively inspiring. So that's one that was a massive impact. One of my favorite things to do when I'm on tour, because I always joke when I'm talking to people, I'm like, my choice of career, I could be an undertaker, so I'm fitting you for boxes, or two, I get to create experiences for taking people around the world. And these experiences, in my opinion, you're buying a home, which is probably one of the biggest purchases you're ever going to make, or you're doing one of these amazing golf travel excursions around the world, and that is so impactful, and it's one of the main reasons why we take so much care in what we do. But when, like, we do big groups, and we'll get into that in a wee while.
Yes.
But when the first night's there and people are starting to mingle and interact, I usually catch myself with a nice little cocktail, standing back and just observing and watching the magic happen. And it's probably the most fulfilling, rewarding feeling that you're ever going to get when you do what we do, because it's that you can't put a price on that. You can't. The value to me is it's emotional, and it's I'm like in pride, because me, my team, and everything that we've done created that environment for them to have that memory, and I see it happening all the time. So it's more of a collective for me on how how golf has impacted me throughout my life, and it's what we do to create these amazing memories.
That's the thing, because like we talked about earlier before we even started the podcast, you know what I mean? It's like life is short. You know what I mean? You can have a house today, it'll be gone tomorrow because of a hurricane.
Yep.
But I mean, of course, that memory will always be there, because, we're here in Gulfport where that should happen.
Yes, we have.
So then when you have experiences like that, or just you've talked to an older gentleman, just to pick his brain, to hear his stories.
Amazing.
A little short story that I have was, buddy I just golfed with yesterday, Justin, who's the assistant super at Heritage Isle. I was very blessed. We did kind of like a wounded warrior type of thing. Are you familiar with that, with the veterans and shit?
Absolutely, yeah.
And we went to Pinehurst, but we didn't actually play on Pinehurst, but we're in all the golf courses around there and everything like that. 5-day trip with 75 guys. The first night, we had the cops called on us twice. I was sitting in the back talking to 3 old salts.
Right.
All, 2 were Navy, 1 was Army.
Right.
Just they're in their mid to late 70s, early 80s. And I'm just like a kid, just with crisscross applesauce,
Right, yeah.
just listening to them,
to their stories.
to listen to the shit they've gone through. And then when the cops came, these motherfuckers didn't move an inch. Like, they're just cops. What are they going to do to
yeah,
us?
right, what are they gonna
We've
do?
seen it all.
Yeah.
But the type gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. But you know, it's you're sitting back when you're seeing, again, not necessarily about your company and what you guys do, but watching people. When you said watch people, my dad tell my brother and I that just watch.
Yeah.
Just listen. What stories do they have?
Yeah.
Embrace them because
Yeah.
it could be good, it could be bad, whatever it may be.
Absorb it.
But just absorb it.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be a beautiful fucking friendship.
Yeah, and
Just
learn
like-
from and
yeah.
learn from it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
That's it.
Learn
Yeah.
and apply, because that's the best lesson you can ever get in life. Is just they've already done the walk.
Yeah.
The steps
exactly,
that we are just about to take.
Exactly.
So
And it's,
good.
I don't know if you have kids. No,
don't.
okay, you're very blessed. I'm just kidding. I love my boys. Boys, I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? But it's it's passing that on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And observing and just taking it all in, man.
Yeah.
I'm
No, it's actually something that in my company is where how I got to where I got to.
Yeah.
The journey is I've always picked the brains of those who have been entrepreneurial. I always try to ask as many questions as possible. So they, to me, put their hand down to pull me up.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that it's super important to be able to do the same for those who are much younger than me, or
Of course.
the age I was at when I was looking for a break or information or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So we've got 3 interns. We started off with Roger Williams up in Rhode Island.
Yep.
And then we're working with the UT, University of Tampa. So
no
we've got
shit.
three young ladies out there, with one that just graduated.
No
So
shit.
we try to, and no disrespect to the younger generation, because the way that we were brought up, obviously I'm 10 years older than you.
Yeah, but
you're
still,
you're still the same.
we still
but-
use Velcro
but-
shoes.
Yeah, but you worked hard. You followed up when you were supposed to follow up. And I say to youngsters today, I'm saying, if you return a text or you return an email or acknowledge an email, even if you don't have an answer, you do it within the time you get it,
Yeah.
rather than ghosting it. I go, you're going to be well ahead of your peers, and that's sad to say, but you've got a massive advantage. And somebody like me, president of a company, I'm going to notice that. And if you're going to be an intern and you're going to go out into the adulting world for a career, you have to make sure that you're standing out, because you're coming out of college with very little work experience, and these companies are looking for somebody with 5 years of experience. You don't know how to even where to begin. So we think I believe that's just something I believe in, is we have to help the youngsters and give them a hand and pull them up and try and help prepare them for where they're going.
I can't agree with you more, because again, I'll just talk about with my 3 boys, right? The way how, again, even though you're 10 years older than me, it's in a way same generation in a way, right? Respect, all that stuff, sir, ma'am, everything like that, and being punctual, everything.
Yeah.
So I teach that with my boys. The fact that when my son, my youngest, who's 17, I had to he's about to be 17. I had to remind him, because we see the text messages from his teachers too as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, did you respond back yet? He said, no, I'm like, buddy, it's been a day.
Acknowledge.
It's been a day.
Yeah.
You need to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, thankfully, my boys are very, I won't say well trained, but they've been groomed the way how we were raised.
Yeah.
Hard work, don't fuck around, open the doors for ladies or men, whatever it may be.
Right.
That whole
Absolutely.
thing. But you said it right there, is like the emails, or not just emails, just respond.
Yeah.
And I'm terrible at that with friends and people. Actually, it's terrible. I do it more. I'm better with you guys than with my friends and shit. I'm so bad. Everyone knows I'm so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. But you're right though. It's being punctual and standing out.
Yeah.
Is a big one.
And that's just kind of the way it is today. And and even if a client comes in and hits us up for a request, we try to hit them immediately. Thank you for your note and interest in our company.
Yeah.
But the comment that we get back is like, oh my God, thank you for getting back to me so quickly.
Yes.
And I'm like, so that tells me that they've been hitting up other companies and nobody responds to them.
Yeah.
So you're missing, it's business 101.
Yeah.
I'm like, my God, you got bite, strike.
Exactly.
You know, so, but that's okay. Shh. Don't share that one.
No. But I
that's an
think
advantage.
you're right, because that has helped me with the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody says they're interested in being on the podcast, I meet them like, hey, how you guys doing?
Right.
Oh, thank you for reaching out. Like, oh, Dave, that was so quick.
Yeah.
They're not expecting Again, I think it's a generational thing. It could be a generational thing, or just you're being acknowledged right
Well,
there, not being blown off.
Yeah, it's generation. And
So thank you for
and it's
responding in a timely manner.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh shit. So golf inspired.
Yes.
Right. Let's get into golf inspired, because I know you talked a little bit about your interns and everything like that. When did this whole beast start? I know you started with the other thing that you started the.
Yeah, it's just a name change.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Sean Winton. It's my drive, my purpose of what I'm trying to do. So
No shit.
yeah, so I founded Fairways to Heaven.
Okay.
Didn't have a pot
This was
to-
back in
96.
Wow.
Yeah. So I didn't have a pot to pee in.
Yeah.
I'm pulling pennies out of ashtrays to put gas in my car and like get a ticket in from Long Island into Manhattan, and it's just yeah. So I started in '96, and the story, like I've always maintained relationships and what we do, and Golf Inspired is kind of a culmination of my 30-year career, and through relationships in different parts of the world, or clients that I've had that have been with me since the very beginning. They're still with me, so I've stayed true to that whole part. But my first big break, and I'll talk about the first big break I got.
I was just about to ask you, like, what was the first big one? I was just about to ask you
So
that.
and again, just I wore everything on my sleeve, my heart on my sleeve, and like I'm like, yep, I don't have any money. I don't, because everybody asks, what do you do? I'm like, what college you go to? Didn't. So it's like you're feeling almost ashamed that you can't even say that. I'm like, nope, I've got my own business. This is what I do. I do golf travel back to Scotland. Obviously, the accent helped. I'm like, but they didn't know I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But that's all right. So it was a bit of poker face that you start off with. But so a friend made an introduction. He's like, because I had this, my first trip was a trip to the British Open in 1997 at Royal Troon. And so like I was just promoting this anywhere I could. And this guy's like, you should talk to my friend. He's a friend of a friend he's an English guy, and he's the son-in-law of a lady who owns this big luxury travel agency in New York City. So I'm like, all right. So I call him up and I get an appointment. I go into Manhattan, 515 Madison Avenue. So I'm into New York City. So it's from where I grew up, Maidens. If I ever write a book one day, it'll be Maidens to Manhattan, which would be a cool.
Hey,
line,
I like
right?
that.
That'd be cool, right? So a good
That's
journey.
good shit.
So sat down with him, chatting away. Obviously, a Scotsman, an Englishman, and all we start talking about is football, soccer, our football, right? So he was a Man United fan. I'm a Liverpool fan, and we just start shooting the shit. And then eventually, there's 3 floors of luxury travel agents in this agency on 515 Madison Avenue. And so I said to him, I'm like, who does your golf travel? He's like, we don't have anybody. And because of the connection that we had, he's like, let me introduce you to my mother-in-law. Her name's Priscilla Alexander, who's a legend in luxury travel. She's amazing. Her company was called Pro Travel International. And so he's like, walks me down the hall, introduced me to Priscilla, and like next thing I know, they offered me, and this is amazing because I didn't have any money. It was just nothing but pure desire, grit, and determination to succeed, and no clients. And they're like, we'll give you a desk, and you can be an independent agent under our umbrella or buying power that we have across the industry, airlines, hotels, cruise lines, everything. And you can service our travel advisors, or travel agents as we called them back then, and you can do the golf trips for them, and we'll take 50 cents on every dollar of profit that you bring in. No rent. So I leave, and I end up starting Fairways to Heaven Golf with a 515 Madison Avenue address. So you want to talk about the canvas that we created? They didn't need to know what was behind the screen, struggling and fighting away and clawing and whatever. But I had this amazing, not only did I have an amazing, the perception of where I was at, but the support. I joined a team. I joined one of the most respected teams in global travel. New York Travel Advisors are the hardest working. They're the best, the most demanding, but they deliver some of the best experiences in the world. So through the friendships that evolved inside the walls of that building, I was able to pick the brains of these 30-year veterans, and I learned so much about how to deal with the affluent traveler. Yeah. And it's funny, the first ever trip I did was for a guy by the name of Bob Calamari, who's still a friend to this day.
Oh,
he worked for Fidelity National Title in New York City, and he ended up I met him as a stunt date in the Hamptons at a wedding, and again, I would just, what do you do? What do you do? And like, and 3 months later, he calls me. He goes, I want to take 15 of my clients to Scotland, and that was my first ever trip.
No shit.
And yeah, so I put this amazing trip together, but the price was like 3,500, and when you don't have a dollar in your wallet, and you're like, and you're promoting, like, he's like, here's a trip. He's got 5 nights here, golf here, golf, and he's like, and he's, I know what's coming. How much is it? And I'm like, 3,500. He's like, all right, let's do it. And I'm like, hang up the phone. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, on my first trip, and it was probably, you know, I was sticker shock. I was sticker shock by my own price of the trip, and he was, to this day, still the best trip that I've ever done because I did it back in where I grew up. So I took 16 of these guys back to Turnberry. They stayed at the hotel and they played all the local courses there. I had my auntie working with us, and it was.
That's beautiful.
And it took me two plus years to get my first client, and that was in June of 1998. By the time those boys went, and because of that, once I had them in there, and they saw how hard I worked, the things that I did, and they still talk about that trip to this day.
No shit.
And it's amazing. But that's how it all began, and here I am. September this year will be 30 years since I started that. So it's beautiful. It's been a hell of a journey. And golf inspired, what golf inspired is today. You know, it's like you know, join our community. That's what we are. So we've, you know, Scotland and Ireland's where I started off with doing trips to, but people come back and they want to go somewhere else. They want to take their wives. We come up with a slogan: the sun never sets on the game. And as a Scotsman, we invented the game of golf, plus many other things, but I'm very proud of the fact that the game of golf is so far-reaching that the sun could be setting here, but the sun's coming up in New Zealand and Australia. There's golf in every part, and there's Scottish influence all over the world. So the way that we do travel is that we go once or twice a year, we go onto these international, like, you know, industry events. So I'm meeting fellow guys like me who do what I do in their countries. They're experts in their country, right? So it's like them coming here and wanting to do a golf trip in Florida. They wouldn't even know where to begin. So through the relationship and through the network, I've handpicked this global team of experts. South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. They're all mates that I've, you know, had drinks after 5 o'clock and built relationships and had laughs with. But they understand how to service my clients. So instead of me having to reinvent the wheel or go study that, so we partner with them. They all have their own businesses, but they'll be golf inspired South Africa, golf inspired Australia, golf inspired Spain, but they'll be part of our network. And this is ongoing as we build it, because it's a young platform. Yeah, it's relatively new, even though it's backed by 30 years of experience. Of course, hard work after 5 o'clock. That's how it's done. But I'm so proud of the platform that we've built and how it affects people. So it's still evolving, but it's exciting. So it's kind of the full circle of things. No, that's perfect. So I can ask them a couple of questions. So say, for example, for like when you brought our my boss KK. Yeah. So when you go to like a location like that, that's food, that everything is covered. I mean, give me an example. Like if we were to go. So it's soup to nuts, right? So we touch everything except flights, because I like to control what's happening. With airlines, you can't control airlines, right? So once they land and to the point they leave, we'll execute everything that we've planned. And typically the window is, right now, it's 18 months in advance to get T-Times. I saw that. It's expanding ever since COVID, but that's another story. But we'll set up, it starts off with the T-Times first, hotel second, because mostly it's a lot of men that don't really care where they sleep. When the ladies are going, the accommodations improve and the spend gets a little higher, but that's because they want to experience more things pre and post golf. Of course. So you're only playing golf for 4 hours. It's what you do pre and post, and we bring all that together. Of course. So to answer your question, it's golf, it's hotel, it's transportation, and then it's all the miscellaneous stuff. So it could be sightseeing, it could be whiskey distilleries in Scotland, it could be wine tasting in Portugal. It's all of the above. We do it all. So now is that up and it's one price and it's done. But is that customized per client? So let's say that again, like I had a bunch of guys. A lot of us, we don't like wine, we like whiskey, whatever. So hey, Dave, this is what we have available. Is that how it kind of works? Like. Yes and no. I mean, say there's 4 couples going, right? Okay. So first thing I do is attack the golf. All right.
I mean, you're right.
Right.
That's why you're going on
and
this trip.
Then I'm going to say, Dave, I need to speak to the ladies because happy wife, happy life. Let's figure out, and I'm not kidding.
100%. Oh, 26 years. I know.
Yep. So,
I know.
But that's what it is. So it's like, but you can put 8 people in the same spot. Let's just say Lisbon, for example. The ladies, the guys, you could drop them in one spot. All 8 of them could go off and do something different, depending on what their passion point is. So it could be history, it could be culinary, it could be I want to go to that vineyard, I want to do a wine tasting. It could be, it could be some adventurous thing, going up on a cable car up somewhere. So part of, and again, it's relationships. We're a relationship sales based company, but the sales part is that's just a word. It's about building a relationship and getting to know our customers, and we try to do that over the course of that booking window. That booking window is quite a long runway up to it. So we have the opportunity to be able to start to communicate what do you like. Because when you're going into a region, so if it's in Scotland, like we know what distilleries are there. We know what castles you might want to go see. So, we're trained to, pick up on hot buttons. We'll ask the right questions. We ask questions that we know we're going to get an answer to, and we try to coach them to tell us more, but then we implement it into the itinerary. So it's not just doing a golf tee time and getting you to and from. It's fully encompassed. It's
well, like what you said, you're building relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, from your clients, if because you're with them in a way. You're talking with them for over a year or so, right?
Yeah.
Because I briefly went to your website just to get something, and I was very impressed.
Thank you.
I mean, personally, I know where we're going on my first trip with the guys. You're gonna have to start learning Tagalog. So it's the fact that it's you. I assume this has got to be you in some of these photos that I see. But I mean, like you said, you're planning out till next year already, till 27?
Yeah, late 27.
Really?
Yeah. So we've got, since COVID, it changed because the big destinations for going across the pond, because you want to play links golf, right? So that's the ultimate golf experience for the golfer. They want it because it's a different style of golf. And you might have learned this when you were talking to your Scottish boys when they're cutting cups and what they do on links golf courses. I mean, it's a different terrain. It's a different way to play it. I mean, you have to be creative. You're bumping and running rather than shooting at pins. So, and it's a lot of undulations. There's bunkers in the middle of. You might hit a great drive, and then all of a sudden you're in a pot bunker that you have to come out backwards. It's a proper penal shot. So those are the types of experiences that people want. But so the popular areas. Obviously, the big one is the old course in St Andrews. It's the biggest pain in our rear end is all operators, I'm speaking on behalf of my industry, to get tee times. It's the most demanded. And yet, it's not the best golf course because it's the history. It's the nostalgia of playing it and saying, I want to play it. It's like playing Pebble Beach in the States. You want to do it once. Pebble Beach to me is, it's always like, it's just okay. It's the same experience with St Andrews. But standing on that first tee of the old course, and people coming to visit St Andrews are watching you. It's the most nervy shot that you'll ever hit.
You always have audience. Oh my Lord.
And then you're coming up because 1 in 18. It's a shared fairway. There's no rough. There's out of bounds on going down 18 and down the first, and then there's a burn. Swilkin burn comes right across the middle of it, and it's like, so it's a nervy shot, but it's not the most the most difficult. But you have to play it. So demand for that is high. And then the other one is the southwest of Ireland. So you got Old Head, Ballybunion, Tralee, Waterville, Lahinch, Doonbeg, the Dukes course. Those are the big 6 in there. But since COVID, pre-COVID, usually their books, because they're all member courses. So there's only so many tee times available for visitors to come in. And in the old days, the members are like, we don't want any visitors coming here. Like I want to be a member of Tralee Golf Club, and I don't want, I want the golf course to myself.
It's mine.
But the cost to run a golf course are very high. So the amount of green fees, like right now, Tralee is €500 for a green fee, which is about $625. And they're all doing the same in the Southwest. So the price has gone up, but the demand since COVID, it's still very high. My point was on when you book it, it used to be, they didn't open their books until September. Well, we're in 2026. So for 27, they wouldn't open their books until September. So nobody would be booking trips until September. Usually around Labor Day was the window.
Shit.
So now since COVID, Royal County Down, Royal Portrush, Old Head have started to open their books in March. So 18 months is the window. But the challenge for us, so the word gets out in the country clubs and the circles that do these trips. And the challenge is that Old Head might open their books, but you're going to the Southwest. You want to play all 6 of those courses. So Old Head might open up, Ballybunion's not open. Waterville, not open. Tralee might be open. Lahinch might not be open. So you're trying to piecemeal a trip. In the meantime, Old Head's getting hammered for requests. So by the time, in Old Head, and here's the other thing that most people don't understand how difficult our job is that when, if I want like an 8:30 tee time at Old Head on September of 2027, I have to pay 50% deposit immediately.
Holy shit.
Non-refundable. So I'm locking in on a tee time, and I can't even lock in the other courses that they want to play. It's turned into an absolute headache, and it would be great if they all opened their books at the same time. They're all member courses, so there's committees and they've got tournaments, and they don't know when they don't care because they're getting the money, and they'll sell their tee times.
Yeah, they don't get you.
And they're fat and happy because they're getting $2,000 a foursome.
Holy shit.
Euros in the Southwest, and their membership dues don't go up.
Yeah.
They're getting all the clubhouse improvements, the golf course improvements, and their membership dues are staying the same. So there's no assessments, none of that stuff is happening, thanks to mostly 80% of it is the American traveler who wants to go play these courses. So yeah, it's now 18 months, and between now and probably middle of August, they'll be sold out. So if you're watching this now and you want to go to the British Isles, Scotland or Ireland, you need to go now. Royal County Down and Royal Portrush sold out. We've got tee times for 2 groups of 8, one in May of 27 and one in September, the Ryder Cup week of September 27. So we have that, but yeah, there's nothing available. So it's go time now. It's the demand is huge.
You would have to go next year. You need to set up now.
You need to be ready to go.
Wow.
Yep, and you need to have all your guys on board and to ready to go.
I mean, they have to commit. I mean, guys, are we doing this trip or not? We're doing it.
Yeah.
So as opposed to like when we do our little trips here in Florida, like I've told you before, it's like, okay, we might have 1 or 2 guys bail out. Okay, we can afford it.
Yeah.
Everyone care whatever it may be. But again, it's like we're not. But the fact that you're going across the pond, going to golf courses that are such high fucking demand.
Yeah, big time.
Gentlemen.
Yeah. And the other side of it, so the price point has, you talk about inflation. Yeah. There's golf travel inflation. That has gone.
I mean, you've done it for 30 years, so you've seen it.
Oh, it's 25% more than it was in 2020 when. It's ridiculous. And there's a greed factor, and I'm not shy to say this, and I don't care if I upset my
this is your podcast. Who gives a shit?
But at the end of the day, the greed is in the game is unbelievable, and the consumer, it's turned into a rich guy's sport, and the little guy that wants to go on these pilgrimages is getting hurt big time. So it's becoming unaffordable for them. So, and because you're going from, I just priced a trip. There's guys that are going to next September, late August. They're going to go to see the Pittsburgh game, college game in Dublin. Do that in the Dublin, and then go into the Southwest and play golf. They're going to start off with Old Head. They're doing Old Head. They're doing Waterville. They're doing Ballybunion, Tralee, and Lahinch, and they're doing 6 nights, and it's $9,000 a person. They want single rooms. If they were to do it sharing, and these are, decent hotels. Yeah. It's about $7,500 for sharing, 6 nights, 5 rounds, your own bus, transportation. That's how much it costs there in the Southwest. Wow. So that pre-COVID, $2,000 less across the board.
No shit, man.
But my point on the greed factor is that, a rising tide floats all boats. So if Tralee if they bump their green fee up to 500, and Ballybunion, they're going to come play it. So from the business standpoint, I can understand it. Until the consumer is saying no more, we're not coming, they've got full tee sheets. So
they can rank it another $100, another $100.
And trust me, the experience itself to play links golf in those tracks, they're world class. They're phenomenal.
I mean, like we said from the very beginning, it's just memory. I mean, you're not even just that. I'm just thinking about building it up like you're about to have sex for the first time. What I'm getting is like it's the build up, the
That was
build up.
quick.
Yeah, not for me. No, I'm just kidding. The fact that you're building up for a year and a half with the guys, talking,
Yeah.
you guys ready for this? Guys, we can't ready. That, and then the anticipation of
Yeah.
guys, we're on the plane. Holy shit, guys, we're fucking doing it. Gives me goosebumps.
Yeah.
I'm not even fucking
Yeah.
going yet. That's the passion. That's
It
the
is.
passion.
It is.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. I cannot wait to fucking do that with the guys.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
it's special.
it's oh my
It's
lord.
special.
Now, are you or any of your staff going with them all the time? Sometimes.
Well, I just came back from Liverpool.
I saw that. Yeah,
So
I know.
I was in Liverpool last week. I had a golf pro out of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And 7 of his boys from 2 country clubs up there, and they were there for 7 nights. Stayed in one hotel, which was great about this destination, and it is not as expensive as the southwest of Ireland or Scotland at the minute. Certain parts of Scotland, not all of Scotland, not all of Ireland. There's some hidden secrets. Stay tuned.
That
on
you're
that.
not- yeah.
So, and that's where we're going as we go. That those big trips are always going to be there. But the west coast of England, you fly into Manchester, you've got an hour drive to Liverpool. Liverpool's famous for the Beatles, and 2 football clubs, Liverpool FC, Everton FC. They're right there, so you can tie in a English Premier League experience, which we did on a Saturday, because you can't play golf on Saturdays because it's all private members clubs.
Oh, okay.
It's a no-go on Saturdays. But you've also got 2 Open Championship venues there. You've got Royal Liverpool and Hoylake, which is 25 minutes from the city centre of Liverpool. And then you've got Royal Birkdale, where the Open Championship is going to be this year. That's 40 minutes from there. So you get 2 A-list golf courses. And then you've got the links golf on the west coast of England. It's the same, the whole perimeter of the British Isles on the coast. You have amazing links golf, but they don't have the big names like the Royal Liverpools or the St Andrews or the Ballybunions. The secondary courses that you don't have enough time to play them all.
Yeah.
So all the big ones get played, but to be able to keep the price down, and this is where we're going, is that we're building itineraries now where we've got 2 big ones and then 3 not so well known courses, but they're phenomenal.
I bet they are.
So we played Hillside, amazing. It's right. So beside Royal Birkdale in Southport, which is 40 minutes from Liverpool, you've got Hillside, you've got you have Wallasey, you have Southport and Ainsdale. They're all right there. They're unbelievable. They're right there. So it's amazing. It's Wallasey? No, Wallasey. I can't remember. And I was sober when I did this trip, but it was like, so we did 7 nights, 5 rounds, and drive, and those guys absolutely loved it.
I'm sure.
And we took them to an English Premier League game, and it's 1,500 to $2,000 less than what it is to do the southwest of Ireland or a guaranteed tee time at the Old Course.
Holy shit.
So there's little pockets in the United Kingdom that haven't had the love, like some of these heavily demanded areas. So there's there. We're doing a trip next September of 2027. It's called the Highlands Invitational. It's one of our signature series events. It's for 40 golfers, but it's 6 nights, it's 5 rounds. It's playing the two big ones, Royal Dornoch, which is a Donald Ross, one of his first one up in the Highlands. And then you've got
I saw that.
the Cabot, the Cabot brand here in Florida.
Yep.
So Cabot Highlands, they have Castle Stewart. So Castle Stewart's one of their first one. So those are 2 big ones. And then we're going to play James Braid Specialties. James Braid's another famous Scottish architect designer. We're going to play Brora. Brora's got hairy coos, which are Highland cows.
Oh,
And they're running around the golf
say,
course,
yeah.
and they've
No
got
shit.
cheap, and they've got electric fences around the greens. But the terrain of the links golf is just absolutely phenomenal. We're going to play Fort Rose and Rosemarkie. And Mike McDonald, if you're watching this, if you ever get to watch us, he's the club secretary there. He will hit you with a wee dram on the first tee. He's famous for his whiskey on the first tee.
I'm all about it. Doesn't matter what time of day.
So we got that, and then Royal Dornoch they just built this amazing brand new clubhouse right on the first tee, and their secondary course they've just put a bunch of money into that. So we're going to play those 3 courses.
Wow.
And then we're going to do a distillery tasting at Glenmorangie, which is one of the best Highland malts. It's well known for a single malt. And then we're going to we'll have a dinner in the brand new clubhouse, and we'll have a historian talk about
Oh, beautiful. I love that shit.
about Dornoch and Donald Ross and James Braid and how it all ties together and what it means to that region. We'll have another whiskey guy coming in. We've got our own whiskey ambassador, Hamish Malcolm. and he loves his whiskey, loves his golf. He caddies it.
I think I want whiskey from.
So
what's his name again?
Hamish Malcolm.
I want a whiskey from him.
He's our whiskey ambassador on Golf Inspired. If you sign up to Golf Inspired, you can see the platform. You can see him. He's got some blog stuff. He's great. So he'll be there, and then we'll finish up one night in Inverness, and we're going to stay at the King's Mills Hotel, and then you'll play Castle Stuart, and then we'll have a farewell dinner. Now it's 6 nights, so some guys are adding on. That butts right into the Thursday's the opening ceremony of the Ryder Cup, which is over in Adair Manor in Ireland. So some guys want to stay up there so they can have a watch party and watch the Ryder Cup, watch you American boys get your arse handed to you again.
I'm sure. By
Luke Donald, who's going for his three-peat.
But at least it'll be nice and respectful on that side of the pond.
So my point is that you do 2 big ones and 3 fantastic links courses, and the price point's less than $5,000 sharing. It's $4,700 per person sharing on that trip. So the price point, it's still punchy to go on a golf trip, but it's $2,000, $2,500 less than what for all the big boys on one trip.
I would think that's reasonable. I mean,
it's very reasonable.
I mean, that's not. I mean, if you think about it, like I took my family to Disney for 3 days. It cost me $5,000.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Well, that's
of course, you just save that little bit of money for. I mean, guys. If we're going to shoot for 2029, the Your Fuck Golf podcast is going to whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
We have time to save your money.
Yeah.
Who is fucking committed? Because I'm not fucking around. I have 5 slots, guys.
Yeah.
5 slots. Who wants to do it? I know I have no problem filling it in. I know
absolutely.
3 guys for sure they're going to fucking. I cannot.
Yeah, we've got 40 for this one.
That is fucking
40,
that is
and we'll
awesome.
do non-golfers as well.
So in that 40 guys, you guys basically have the whole.
It's guys and girls.
Guys and girls, of course. What I'm saying is like you have. That golf course you have 40 people going on that golf course at that time.
So we do for Brora, we do for Fort Rose, Rosemarkie, and then at Royal Dornoch, we're splitting because the 2 golf courses there, 20 on the big boy course and 20 on the little sister, and then we'll flip it, and then that final night will be there, and then we'll go down to Castle Stuart, and then we'll do all 40 there.
And that's happening here.
That's September of 27.
That's happening
next year.
27.
Yeah. So, and we've already sold 20, so we'll get 20 left. Let's go.
I'm not gonna say anything because my wife wants to go to Scotland. She's part Scottish.
Yeah.
I married a white chick, but I'm half white, so it's okay. Regardless, that's plenty of time for people to. But again, like you said, you got a half up front.
Well, that's 40% we take off.
Okay.
Yeah. So but so we've got 20 guys that are locked in on it, and they're all coming out of Louisiana. One of the guys is he's one of our trip captains, loyal guy. He's been on numerous trips with us, and the Cajuns come out and he loved the Highlands because you're playing these great golf. He got it very early on, and what's cool about it is that during COVID, Mike McDonald, my whiskey guy, the club was struggling, so he put out an international membership, and my boy Tim, he anted up and became a member, but he hasn't been back since. So I reached out to him like, what do you think? It's time for you to go back to your new home club. So he jumped on it and threw it out to his boys, and we've got 20 of those guys who have anted up, and it's great. So
the fact that I don't know if a lot of men or women that got a chance to ever do like a trip like that, any type of trip, if it's like that trip or the golf trip I went on with the 60 guys, to go with that many people, because like you said, you got 20 guys going here, gals going to this golf course, and you guys going to swap, and then the dinners afterwards, the get-togethers are amazing.
The banter.
Oh my God!
It's so much fun. And
it really is.
Yeah, and it's one of the things that we try to do, and I'll be on that trip.
Yep.
So when I'm there, again, you'll see me in the first night just sitting back with a beer and going, oh, look at this, watching the magic happen.
You're embracing it.
Yeah. But we, somebody might ask us on a Sunday, hey, what are we doing on Wednesday? I'm like, Dave, let's slow it down. Life is too hectic back home. You're getting away from work. Let's just stay in the moment. And I'll tell you about if it's not pertinent right now, I'll tell you on Tuesday night what you're doing Wednesday. Just stay in the moment. And so I try to slow time down and enjoy.
I love that.
Like that breeze that's hitting me in the face right now.
Not me. I got to get this window fixed.
That's life is super important to enjoy every second, and we're all guilty of not doing that. Maybe not much as you, but you're in a good situation.
Well, real quick about myself, because it just happened last night. My buddies and I were playing Temple Palms.
Yeah.
And I dabble in the flower power. I enjoy it. The medical card, all that shit. And we're on hole 17. It's about 4:30 at night in the evening.
Right.
The breeze. I'm golfing the boys, and the music is just right. Some reggae shit, and I'm like, Justin.
Yeah, you felt it.
I'm
felt
just
it.
vibing.
Yeah.
And you get to do that with numerous amount of people.
Yeah. but not everybody's got that same mindset
Yes,
as you
you're
and I
not.
do. But
Yeah,
I
right?
try to slow them
God,
down.
slow it down.
And I have to say that I'm pretty successful at getting them into, it's like,
Yes.
get you into, it's like turning a shark over and getting them into
Yeah.
that tectonic state,
Just
and like,
yes.
just relax, don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Like, you got enough bullshit back at home.
Yep.
Let's enjoy. And that's what we try to do with what we do. So,
So how many? I know that's a big trip for next year, but then how many? Are you guys doing multiple trips throughout the year? I mean, it's just.
So we operate in two ways, right? So
Okay.
you can come to me and say, all right, Sean, we've got a dream trip. We want to go to Scotland and we play these courses. So that's a customized, personalized trip for you. So we would get on a call and we will go through it. So it doesn't matter where it is. We'll have that approach and we'll do our consult and we'll go through. We'll build the trip out. However, we're doing, and you might have your 7 buddies are ready to go, or 4 couples ready to go. So that's fine. But we also created these events called the Signature Series events. So we pick a destination and we pick a date window and we build the trip out and we open it up to anywhere from 20 to 40 people to come on the trips. So there's different levels of packages. So we're doing one this year, which is very cool. We're doing a Scandinavian golf experience. So
No shit.
we're flying into Oslo in Norway. So we've got 8 couples coming in from, one from
shouldn't tell me
Atlanta,
that.
one from, or the rest of them are coming from Mississippi. So one of my teaching golf pros, Mr. Drew Belt's coming. He was in Greece with us last year, and we talked about this, and he's coming on this. So we get into Oslo. We got a night in Oslo. Next day, we're flying up to a place called Evenes, which is north of the Arctic Circle, and we're driving in 3.5 hours to a little place called Lofoten. Lofoten links, or Lofoten for the phonetically speaking English folk, right? The Lofoten Islands are stunning. It's one of the most, I love a road trip. It's one of the most amazing road trips I've ever taken. And you get out there. Now, you're north of the Arctic Circle. So last year we had a group of 8 guys who were playing golf. I was lucky enough to have a private jet. They played golf in Paris that morning. They flew into Buda, which is way up, and then they pull in. This is not for everybody, but this is what they did, right? So I happened to be there with my fiance, and we were there to meet them at Lofoten. So they fly in, and then they come down the stairs, go up the stairs into a helicopter, flew in, 8 of guys with their luggage, their clubs, and landed right at the golf course, and we're there to meet them. And we teed off at midnight. The sun comes down and sits like this, and then goes like this, and starts coming back up at 3:30 in the morning. Can you imagine that here in the Gulf of Mexico?
No.
Or the Gulf of America,
Yeah,
whatever you want to
yeah.
call it. It's always the Gulf of Mexico.
It's
to me, but-
Mexico.
Yeah, because it's just
yeah,
more romantic.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd say. So anyway, it comes down and it just sits here and goes like this.
No shit.
So we teed off at midnight, finished at 4:30.
No shit.
Yeah, in the morning, and then they went back out and played it at a completely different light at 2:00 in the afternoon the next day. So we're doing that. So we'll have 3 rounds up there, 3 nights in Lofoten, and we're staying in this big lodge.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to Evenes, fly to Copenhagen,
Yeah.
jump across the bridge because Sweden's just across the bridge. We'll stay in Malmo for 3 nights, and we'll play 2 rounds of golf in the Malmo area. So one of my mates, Michael Jensen, he's our golf-inspired Scandinavia guy. So he's the expert. And they all speak hoida like the Swedish chef.
Yep.
That's what he's like. We were playing golf one day, and he's speaking English to me, and all of a sudden he gets a phone call. Like, hoida here, what am I? I'm like, what the? Anyway, but he knows the lay of the land.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over and we'll finish. We'll play where the Scandinavian Masters are. We'll stay in Copenhagen. Copenhagen, a lot of people don't know this, but it's got the most Michelin star restaurants in any given city. So it's amazing. So that's the one trip. Then we're working with, shout out to my Innisbrook buddies. We're doing a member trip to Costa Navarino in Greece. You don't think Greece has got golf. As I told you, the sun never sets on again. There's only 9 golf courses in Greece, and Costa Navarino has got 4 of them. So last year we were there. We had a group, a mixed group, and it was fantastic. We had 15 ladies, 16 ladies that were in that trip. And
I think I saw the picture of that.
Yeah, it was fantastic. So LeBron James's yacht is sitting off the coast in this bay. And so 4 golf courses, 3 amazing Marriott properties. One is the one that we stay at. It's called Romanos Luxury Resort Collection. We do 1 night in Athens. We do 7 nights down there, 5 rounds of golf, 3 meals on property, 1 off property in an authentic Greek village. Your transfers, 1 night in Athens, and it's less than $6,000 per person.
Wow.
Sharing with all of that, and the breakfast at this place, the food is amazing. unbelievable. It's just special. So we're doing that trip in September, and then we finish up. Our last signature event this year is going to be in Los Cabos in Mexico. So we do 5 nights. It's the first Wednesday after Thanksgiving, so it's a good time to travel before all the madness of the holidays kick off. And we do 3 rounds of golf there. 5 nights is in an all-inclusive. That your wristband that you get the all-inclusive, you can eat it and drink it all 5 of their resorts.
Wow.
They've got complimentary transfers, and the price point there is like $3,300. But you're playing 3 great golf courses: Cabo del Sol, you're playing Solmar Links, a Greg Norman course, and then you're playing a signature Jack Nicklaus Quivira, which is up on 250-foot high cliffs. What makes Cabo very cool is that these courses, every 4 holes you go, you hit a comfort station, which is like a halfway house, but they'll hit you with tequila, cerveza, fresh, soft drinks, tacos, everything. It's magical. And the cool time, because of that time of the year, it's like playing golf in Arizona, but you've got cactus and everything else, but you've got the Pacific Ocean as a backdrop, and the whales are migrating at that time. So you see the whales off the coast. It's magical. So in essence, we try to do these signature trips so that anybody can sign up into, and you might go there with your wife, but you might meet me and my missus, and you're like, we hit it off, and you might be from a different part of the country, and I'm here, and like
it gives me goosebumps. The relationship that it was built.
It's unbelievable, and that's what we're good at doing.
And that's the one thing, like I know, like you can see that with myself and you. We love talking and meeting people. Yeah. I love, like, the fact that I even ask you if you were a hugger. I love to hug everybody. I'll ask them, are you a hugger? I didn't even ask you.
I didn't have a choice.
You know? Wait till I ask you to grab something else. But anyway, no, you know what I mean? It's that embracing that adventure, that journey, you're from where? Oh, you're from here. Oh,
yeah, it's living.
And then we're sharing, like we said before, countless times. Yeah. And I've said on the podcast countless times, golf is the only sport to where you can be at this level, that level. You could be a 12 handicap. You could be but still go on these type of journeys. Like, we don't fucking care about the score. Let's just
and that's
I want that.
That's what it's about. And we try our bigger events. There's always some friendly matches going on.
Of course.
But we don't do it. Depend on if we've got a golf pro there, which we do a lot of times. I put them to work. And like if somebody wants to do a little scoring or competition, but it's all for fun, and it's about the experience of where you are in the world.
Oh, it's funny. Real quick, I'm sorry. I'm actually reading my notes. Yeah. I seen the upcoming September 27 Highland Invitational.
That's the one I just spoke about.
But that's what's great is like we're just talking, just having this. Yeah. I already know in the back of my mind I got 2 trips I got to do. So. Well, you said earlier, though, you said you offer those 2 things, the customized signature and the signature. Yep. So in the customized, I would assume they cost a little bit more because
not necessarily. Not necessarily. It just depends on where you go. I mean, there's a couple of ways that, like the accommodations, the green fees are what they are, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The accommodations, like if it's a guy's group, you could sleep in a bed and breakfast. Yeah. You don't really care.
No bunk beds.
So yeah, no.
I got a story, but I'll tell you later.
Sure, but but you can go from a decent 3-star to Uber 5-star. So it just depends. If you share, the cost is down.
Of course.
If you're single rooms, it's almost double what the cost is for just to have your own room.
Of course, we know this.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily. It just depends on where you're going.
Okay, because I'm just curious, like with the services, because in a way, like with the signatures, it's already kind of pre-planned and everything like that. To where if I do a customized one, for example, like I said, I'm half Filipino. Yeah. I haven't been back there since I left, since when I was like 2 years old. Yeah. And I've been seeing a lot of these golf venues out there and these golf courses out there. And the fact that I'm half, I'm like, first off, I need to learn Tagalog. I only know cuss words and female body parts. That's all I know. But I mean, I would love to do a trip like that with the guys who are in my home country. Well, I won't say home country, but where I was born. Yeah. But then also, too, we talked earlier before the podcast, I want to get out to, I say Luttrellstown. Luttrellstown.
And just outside of Dublin.
I want to talk to Chris, the golf pro there. Yep. Because the fact that you guys have golf courses that are older than towns here. You've got buildings here. You got castles that are built before we were discovered. America was discovered.
That's a cool thing about traveling.
Yeah, the history.
The history of it.
That's what I fucking
love. And in America, it's just 250 this year, but
we're babies.
But so it's just Portugal's an amazing destination.
Yeah, you guys have a few. So personal about you though. So you've been all over the place. Yeah. What's your top golf course?
It's like Tom Brady, my next one. What's your favorite ring? Your next one. South Africa blew me away.
Really?
South Africa's amazing. Yeah, Cape Town, flying into Cape Town. I've got a mate there I've known for as long as I've been in the industry. He's been in the industry, Scotty Adkins, and he's got his own company. And what's great about the destination is that it can be pricey to go there, but once you're there, your dollar goes so far. It's like 19 to 1 on the dollar.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so you're fat pocket.
Yeah.
So you can go out for an amazing steak dinner and a couple of bottles of great wine. It's a great wine destination.
No shit.
So.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Sorry, well, I can edit that shit
That's
out.
all right.
That's all good.
It's a great bus.
I know.
That's,
I know. Thank you.
Yeah. So, but it's the destination. So you play great golf. The scenery is unbelievable.
I bet.
And you drive up the garden route up towards. So you're going from the Atlantic up into the Indian Ocean, and there's this like a mountain range that just runs parallel with the coast.
Wow.
And you finish it off with a safari, and you go see this amazing. You're seeing the Big Five in their environment, and you're in a Jeep and you're looking down and there's a huge lion sitting there and just digesting after having a kill. It's life changing. So the golf there, it's just a feel for everything. But I mean, golf courses, golf courses, like, I don't look at golf the same way that a guy that just loves a certain architect, or like a Harry Colton, the guys that will go play his design, study everything about it. Golf to me is about who I'm with, where I'm at, and how it's going.
So
I
was at the PGA show, and I got we're right there on demo day.
Yeah.
And some guy's talking to me. What am I doing here? Whatever. And he asked me that fucking question. It's like, what's the one golf course you want to play at?
Yeah.
I swear my dad's gonna. I said, with my boys.
Yeah.
With my guys. I don't fucking care where we're at.
Yeah.
I can play the shittiest golf course, Pebble Beach.
It's about who you're with.
I don't fucking care.
It's about who you're with.
That's it, man. Embracing, enjoying that moment with the guys, because I'm gonna suck. The guys are probably gonna suck, whatever it may be. But I don't care where we go. Yeah. The scenery, yes, of course. The scenery, seeing that type of mountainside right next to the water, or anything, or seeing the whales, I would love that. Yeah. Golf, yes, that's what we're here. We're gonna have a good time. Yeah. But man, look where we're at now. We play golf here, and being with your boys or gals.
The only crappy thing about it is that you have to get on a plane.
Yeah.
And you fly, but when people go, oh, it's so far away. I'm like, look at it this way, and it's like it's our time machine for what we are and where we live and what time we're in. But you're on that plane for anywhere from 6 to 14, 16 hours, but just cross it off, make sure you're busy. But when you open the door and you get off that plane, you're in a completely different culture, a different environment, and you're going to meet so many great people, and you're going to learn about their culture. But you'll come home to America and you'll have an appreciation for what makes this country so great. A lot of people, they take this country for granted, but travel is the best education, in my opinion, money can buy, because of who you meet, what you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Americans have no idea. Have no idea how lucky we are. Yeah. I mean, I deployed a lot, and you know what I mean. It sucks. Yeah. The fact that I can go to that store right there, pick whatever I need, and the trash is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Complain about it if you want to, but that's your
right.
Yeah,
of course.
But
of course.
At the end of the day, it's incredibly. You're blessed to be here, and that's why I love living here. You cut me, I'm Scottish blue. It's like it's pouring out of me.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget where I came from.
Of course.
But I have a sense of appreciation for where I live, and because it's allowed me. It's like I said in the beginning of our chat, is that I came to the States for a better opportunity, but now I take my American friends back to Scotland to play golf. Yeah. So I wouldn't be able to do that if I lived in Scotland as easily as I've done it here.
Of course, and so you have a nice base over there and everything. And
absolutely. Family's still there. I'm very grateful for where I'm at. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this friendship to build. Because I already know you and I have the same passion when it comes to experiences, people having conversations. Yeah. That's why I tell folks, like, I do not do a lot of. I don't want to learn about you on a phone call. I don't want to learn about. No, let's fucking do it now. Yeah. That way I can do it with the people that are listening and watching.
You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
We don't. So absolutely. Yeah. But I already know what's going to happen in the future with you and I. Yeah. I do want a trip to the Philippines just for the fact that's where it's from. Yeah. I see a lot of golf courses out there, and I love to check out that. And of course, I got to get out to.
Well, we can work on that. That would be a good one to work on.
Yeah, I got to learn my Tagalog. Yeah. We got it that way. Then, in a way, if you're not connected with the Philippines, that could be a. I'm just saying.
It's actually. I've been watching some reels. There's some of the islands, the Western Islands. And it just looks unbelievable. Yeah. It basically epitomizes what this is.
I know, right?
It's a beach vehicle, and to me it looks medicinal in certain areas. I don't know what the golf is like, to be honest with you, but I'm sure there's good golf. There's great golf everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere. But again, like I said earlier, I don't care if it's. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I don't care if it's the green's rolling 11, I take that back. If the greens are shitty, I'm not doing it. I take that back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does not have to be perfect, but it's just the experience of being with the
About where
guys.
you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Norway, I mean, we were there. I mean, they've got such a short growing period. Last year, they had moss over the winter because they didn't have enough snow.
Yeah.
So the greens were a bit hairy.
Yeah.
But you're still playing this amazing track, and you're playing golf at midnight, and you're north of the Arctic Circle. So you sometimes have to overlook perfect conditions. You're not always going to get that, but where you are is really important.
Exactly.
But that's what that is.
Being present.
Yeah, exactly.
I had Nicolo Ragazzi, who is I'm not going to mess this up, outside operations specialist kart guy at Temple Palms. But he's also an aspiring pro golfer.
Okay.
From Italy.
Yep.
And he said the same thing what we're saying now. Yeah. Just him and I hit it off. Just talking bullshit. Same thing with you and I.
Exactly.
And I cannot wait to see what this blossoms into, because though we're a small podcast now, the only reason why I want to monetize is for that.
Yeah.
It's to travel.
Yeah.
It's to have conversations. I would love to. This is have to be incorporated into my trip. I got to cut one cup. We can
make that happen.
You see what I'm saying?
We can easily make that happen.
I already have some connections, of course, with the guys.
That's a great idea.
I would love to. But that's the whole thing with my podcast in America.
Yeah.
When we travel around the States, I want to cut one cup at every PGA event. Just let me cut one cup. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Or any of these international courses.
But when it comes to that,
here's Kings Barnes.
Yeah.
Just outside of St Andrews, amazing golf course.
No shit. See.
And I'll get you to get
that. That's what I want to do.
That's great.
I don't fucking care about the golf. Let me cut one. That's how. I'm not gonna say how pathetic it is. It's just passion.
Right.
To have conversations with you and to be in that area. What are you guys? I say you guys across the pond.
Sure.
How do you guys cut cups versus how I do it?
Yeah.
On your grass. I just want to know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to have that experience for myself. You guys can go golfing. I'm gonna be with the grounds crew.
The best place that you could ever do it is in St Andrews.
Yeah.
And that's the old course. And
the guys that have the Golf Badgers.
Yeah.
They cut cups there.
So they do. So there's your.
I'll have to connect you with those guys because that's.
Just probably good dudes. Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So before we go,
okay,
man,
good guys, because I got a gift too for you, but I just can't wait to. Like I said, this podcast is small now. I just want to get bigger so we can monetize, just so then I can do these things with the guys. I don't want to golf by myself. I don't want to enjoy it.
Leave your wife with me.
Oh no, of course, no, my wife. No,
she's coming.
She's amazing. She's very blessed. No, well. Let me go back to that real quick. Going to Norway, her sister is going for her 50th to Norway. Her husband's Norwegian.
Okay.
And so they're going there next. They want to go there next year. She's asking for my wife to go. David, do you want to go? I'm like, I don't want to go. But see,
it's golf.
See, she turns. We might.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk offline.
So anyway, that's what I'm wearing is Golf Inspired.
Awesome.
But on the back we have at the Inspired Caddy.
Oh, okay.
The Inspired Caddy. So my mate is Paul Cormick, a fellow Scot. But he caddies for Lydia Ko out on the LPGA Tour. So in 2024, they won. She got her gold medal at Paris. He was on the bag.
No shit.
He couldn't wear this because he was wearing the Kiwi colours for New Zealand. And then 2 weeks later, they go to St Andrews and they win the Open Championship.
Holy shit.
St Andrews, which I was wearing. And he sponsors us.
Awesome.
Or we sponsor him. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
And he wears the Golf Inspired brand on his hat. So if you follow the Inspired Caddy, he's out on tour. So that's one
awesome.
there.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's awesome. I will make sure I put this on display for the podcast.
We got, as you see, I've got here the Golf Inspired koozie.
Awesome. I need these
there's a few of these for your
thank you,
guests.
sir. I appreciate that. Yes, because they like to drink on the podcast. So I have to keep telling
if you see on the back, so travel differently, get rewarded, which is, if you want to follow about what we do, golfinspired.com, and you'll see more about what we do.
Roger that.
And then we've got on the back of it says, have a bevy anywhere in the world. So we practice what we preach.
Awesome.
That's a good, when you do travel, the beer here was the American beer is what is Budweiser or Michelob. You go to Scotland, it's Tennent's Lager, or you go to Ireland, it's Guinness. So that's what's cool about the travel. So you got a bunch of them.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Not that it ever gets cold in Florida, but when you're out cutting cups in the morning,
we've
got a wee Scotland
good
golf
shit.
and hat. So
thank you,
sir. So this is our main brand here, but then Golf Inspired. You will need this to keep your ears warm, mate. You get plenty here there.
I appreciate it. Dude, this is you don't have to do that. Is awesome.
Yeah. So
dude,
you'll have that and
I will wear this on the cold mornings when I'm cutting cups because it does. People don't realize it gets cold here.
It does. Yeah. Well, especially
30 degrees in the morning, and then it jumps up to 70 by 10 o'clock.
But when you're out at, I don't know what time you're out there, 6 o'clock in the morning cutting cups, it's like...
well, I'm up at 4 just because that's how I am in the military, and then I'm there like 5 o'clock.
Right, yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, brother, but then I have a small little gift for you. So, obviously my podcast is called Your Friendly Abash Cup Cutter. Your fuck. So all my guests are my fuck buddies. So I have my own ball marker guy. He hand stamps these,
Right.
so it's fuck buddy with the shaka, and then our logo
That's
of the year.
fantastic.
So that's a ball marker for you, sir, all handmade, and then a little ball marker tool there with a logo on it too.
Thanks,
It's something
man.
minuscule, but brother,
Appreciate it.
I appreciate you wanting
I've
to be on the
enjoyed
podcast.
this.
I
Thank
cannot
you.
wait for.
Yeah.
Oh, brother, I can't wait. I'm not kidding. The fact that you're talking about just embracing it, and I did that fucking yesterday with the guys, and they're like, Dave, guys, just hold on a second. I'm vibing.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care about the game right now. But before we let you go,
Sure.
where can people go then to find out about Golf Inspired and then to learn about your customized and your signature
Sure. So
venues?
golfinspired.com.
Easy peasy.
Yeah,
I can put it right here.
It's a pretty simple website, and you can, while you're on there, you can click into all of our social platforms and just sign up for our newsletter. And if you happen to be that guy that puts trips together, or that gal that puts trip together, we're putting a program together called the Trip Captain, and it will be a membership-based program where we can reward you for funneling business our way or being loyal to us. That's why we say, travel differently, get rewarded. So we're the first operator out there that's going to give something back to those who are going to be loyal to us.
Awesome.
Because the tour operator today, as you all well know if you've done golf trips, there's really no negotiation on golf travel. You pick your person that you want to work with. We want to give you something back, and we want to build what we're just talking about. We want to have events where we can have these type of chats and live and enjoy and vibe out, or whatever the hell that may be.
Of course.
But that's what we're doing. So golfinspired.com is the
Awesome.
best way to find us.
Awesome. Perfect. Sean, I don't want this to end. And brother, we've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes.
Is it?
It's been an hour and 20 minutes.
Well, there you go.
That's what I love about what we do in the podcast. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm like, tell me more. I want it. But the biggest thing is I cannot wait for is to experience this with you. To experience it if my wife decides to come, but also with the guys.
Sure.
So we do a lot of these golf trips. We do one every year with the guys, and it's like I said, I'm gonna tell you a little short story afterwards about I was on the top bunk because I didn't want to pay want to pay that much. I'm not doing that this time, motherfucker. I ain't doing that shit. I'll tell you about it. Even goes even further.
Works,
But again, Sean, thank you very much for being on the podcast,
Appreciate
folks.
it, man.
You guys know where you need to go to. Be sure to check them out if you're interested in doing these type of trips. You guys know I love to vibe, and be sure that I will be a loyal golf inspired guy. Yeah, that's right. That's fucking awesome. You're a fuck buddy.
Yeah, fuck buddies.
That's right. That's right. Well, folks, this has been your friendly unabashed cup cutter. This has been Sean Winton. Don't be shy. Come say hi. Dude, that's it, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Dude.
You're friendly, unabashed.